all time. Matches at Survivor Series of all time. So what are your thoughts on the whole Survivor Series concept? You think it's outdated? Because going through this list, this is like, it was bad for a long time.
Yeah. So, and I don't want to say my list is going to be like honorable mentions. I'm not like I'm just going to throw out some of my favorite matches. Like it's almost hard to like rank some of them and put them in like an order. Cause yeah, it is one of the, it's weird. It is weird because the obviously classic 5-on-5 has been gone for a couple of years. We were on like year 3, year 4 of War Games.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, I don't know. Like, I love the stat because it was in NXT. Like, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley are going to be in the women's match, and they've been in every women's match that there's ever been of a War Games. They were in all the NXT ones. They've been in all the ones for the main roster. They're entertaining, this War Game stuff is, but it's almost like it's kind of like the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view concept, the TLC, the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view concept. Like, that's that time of year. So now we know in November at Survivor Series, we're going to get a War Games. Brand supremacy to me has been good sometimes. I know people think it was rough in like those later 2000s years. Again, part of those years I wasn't watching. But going through my list, I'm actually kind of surprised. Some of my favorite matches were these 5-on-5 matches. But there has been some cool stuff. And then obviously one of our favorites, which I think will definitely be on both of ours, fits the theme of Survivor Series. And we'll get to that. But yeah, it's definitely, I know it's always been historically in that Big Four show conversation, but I definitely feel like at this point, like, you know, Money in the Bank has it beat. People care way more about that show than they care about Survivor Series.
There's no stakes in it.
No.
So you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm going to start with an honorable mention. One of the most important matches in Survivor Series history. To go to the Montreal Screwjob, 97. Heartbreak Kid versus the Hitman.
I thought you were going somewhere else for your honorable. Is that an honorable mention or is that your number 10?
That's an honorable mention. Yeah, because okay. Obviously, like, the finish, like, in hindsight, like, the drama matters more than the match. The result's a little, you know, there's good about it, there's bad about it, but I don't want to say this. Like, I think historically it's something everyone always talks about, but I would say every match on my list are great matches.
All right, so give me what your 10.
My 10, I'm going to go, and again, in no order, I'm going to go Survivor Series 2002 in a hardcore rules match, Victoria beating the love of my life, Trish Stratus.
So I thought that was going to be your honorable mention, but I knew it was somewhat being lit. It almost made my list. That is one of my honorable mentions as well. All right, so my number 10 is, you talked about War Games. This is my number 10. It's going to be the War Games with the Brawling Brutes, Kevin Owens and Drew McIntyre against the Bloodline. You talk about drama and the storylines. Sami Zayn's loyalty tested in this match. The hug, heard around the world. Him finally being embraced by the Usos. Perfect storytelling at its finest. So that's my number 10. The War Games.
And that was 23,
22,
right? 22.
So that is my number 10. The War Games from 2022. What else you got for me?
My number 9. Again, the drama, and you get a good babyface moment. I think I have the year correct. Is 2013. Team Cena versus Team Authority.
That's 14.
14. I had a feeling it was going to be 14. Damn it. I was trying to remember because where the hell I lived at the time. But yeah, obviously the debut of Sting. Ziggler, like it was like I pronounced it right. Yeah, it was Team Cena and Ziggler being the star. You did not think that going into it, and he really was damn near like a sole survivor. And obviously, when you factor in like Triple H and Stephanie, who aren't competing in the match, plus J&J Security, like look at that team. It's nuts. They're like it's stacked. Obviously, some forgettable names or people that didn't really matter in the match, but yeah, I mean. Also, I'm always huge for this. Yeah, 2 mid cards. I guess Brock was probably world champion at the time. I love that
Yeah,
the
he was.
Intercontinental and the United States champion were involved. Phenomenal match.
Yep, for sure. Definitely one of my favorites, and you'll see that from me in a little while. And my number 9 is a match that I don't think really got talked about, but I know we got saved by this man on the Go Home show. So my number 9 is going to be AJ Styles and Brock from Survivor Series 17. Like I said, we almost got Brock versus Jinder Mahal, but Brock was not working with Jinder at all. So AJ comes in at the Go Home SmackDown and saves the day. Phenomenal match, no pun intended. Listen, their first interactions at all through their entire career. Perfect storytelling. Brock being the beast. AJ doing everything he can to beat Brock. Doing moves out of nowhere. It was a phenomenal match. So my number 9 is AJ and Brock from Survivor Series 17.
All right. Like it a little more, but you'll hear that one later. So for my number 8, I'm going to go kind of similar concept. Universal Champion Brock Lesnar facing Daniel Bryan as the WWE Champion.
All right. I like it a little bit more than you.
We got a couple ththings we both like a little bit.
I like it a little bit more than you. I like it a little bit more than you. All right. So where we at? Number 8.
So we get to like my top 3. My order is not going to be perfect.
All right. So number 8, I'm gonna go back to your number 9. Like you talked about, Team Cena versus Team Authority match. Phenomenal. Like you said, Cena not even being the sole survivor of his own team. I remember watching this, like losing my mind. Like, wow, like they legit like had me. And Dolph Ziggler with the year of his life. He was the Intercontinental Champion, the most over guy on the roster. Lost the IC title to Harper on that Go Home Raw, leading into Survivor Series. He would eventually win it back. But the performance of a lifetime, the year of his career in 2014. And then we got the debut of Sting helping out Team Cena to beat Team Authority. Definitely.
Shout out to Kmart sponsoring this event.
Definitely a favorite of mine. And I believe this did make my match of the decade 5 years ago. So Team Cena versus Team Authority, that's my number 8.
So for my number 7, this is going to be the only match on my list that I did not watch live or wasn't even watching at the time. I may have been watching. I know I didn't watch it like that year. I think this is right around when I'm like phasing out of watching it. I believe it's Survivor Series 03, Team Bischoff versus Team Austin.
All right.
But I've seen the clips of this match on social media ad nauseum. Casual fans, lapsed fans send me the reels of this. The storytelling Michaels did, the way he gets his ass beat and fights back. And then obviously, like, one of the most times you would ever think Austin would stun someone after, and he didn't. It's a great match. Again, there's actually, both team matches. Mark Henry, you see him there in 2014, and 11 years earlier, him over there. Star-studded lineup, actually. Besides Jericho and Orton, who are active, I think we got everyone in here is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you're right. Christian. Yeah, you're right. And Mark Henry's not in the Hall of Fame, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
When me and you were in New Orleans, he went in.
Okay, cool. So I like that match a whole lot more than you because I was watching at that time. So I'll get to that a little later. But my number 7 is a match that I don't think that you might not have seen this, but this match had no business being this good. But the two people in it, it is worth it. So my number 7 is Triple H and Ric Flair from Survivor Series 05, Last Man Standing. I believe I did review this with Jason Peralta. It is in the YouTube.
John Cena is already a better Intercontinental Champion.
This is in the audio archives on YouTube. I mean, on iTunes. So this match had no business being this good. But the matches Ric Flair did excel in during his during this run were his hardcore matches. And this was not for the IC title. Triple H just returned from his hiatus, took a few months off after losing to Batista. And this match right here was absolutely perfect. I highly recommend everybody watch it because this match had no business being this good. So that's my number 7, Triple H and Flair at Survivor Series 2005.
So I'm going to be a little complicated here, and I'll let you rattle about 2. I'm going to squeeze 2 matches in back-to-back. So we can call it as given 2 numbers. Just have it was a fun time, and it was also, I think the last couple times Survivor Series mattered to me. Those 2016 and 2017 Raw versus SmackDown matches, the promos that we had at the time, the build-up, those teases of the Shield getting back together, those iconic promos when Jericho had the list. A lot of fun stuff there, but that was brand supremacy at arguably its best ever.
So that's your number 6?
I'd say my 7 and 6.
I'll give it to you 6 because that's my number 6 as well.
Yeah, perfect.
The 2016 one.
Yeah, 16.
The 2017 one I want to forget. The 2016 one, phenomenal. I remember we came on this show, we raved about this match. The storytelling within the match for everybody's story. Like, for example, you had Rollins and Reigns, and then you had Kevin Owens and Jericho, the best friends, and then you also have Randy Orton joining the Wyatt family.
Inspirational Baron Corbin.
Yeah, James Ellsworth as SmackDown's mascot. And granted, now we talked about this as well. Like, we have these matches, but it's not like there's no stakes. It's brand supremacy, but at the same time, it's like you're not getting nothing out of this other than bragging rights, essentially. But this match, phenomenal, because we were like, all right, they're doing this again, Raw versus SmackDown thing, but this match was amazing. So that's my number 6, the 2016 Raw versus SmackDown elimination match.
So for my number 5, as mentioned earlier, I liked it a little more than you, the Brock Lesnar AJ Styles match.
All right. Got anything else on that?
No, phenomenal, fun time. Also, leading up to it, the excitement of it, WWE Championship changing hands. We're in a SmackDown, which obviously became the formula, and we saw it the following year. But that was exciting. It was, I love telling casual fans, like, if you're watching regular TV, and I don't care if it's the women's tag titles or if it's the Universal Championship, when they change hands on TVs, that's cool. It doesn't happen all the time.
All right, so my number 5 is going to be this computer. All right, my number 5, Team Austin versus Team Bischoff.
Okay.
You said you weren't watching this time. I remember like being in my feelings because we talked about Shawn Michaels' second career might be better than his first. Watch this because this proves that because that was a performance of a lifetime. This match even actually had stakes. It was if Austin lost, he was gone. And the whole lead up to it was, can he trust Shawn Michaels? And Shawn Michaels put on a performance of a lifetime here, and that damn Batista took it from Shawn. Took it from Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels a bloody mess, selling like a mother. Like, goddamn, this match was awesome. Shawn Michaels was phenomenal in this match, and even like Austin's reaction to when the match ended was perfect because he didn't know what happened. Shawn Michaels trying to tell Austin what happened, and like you said, Austin didn't stun anybody because he's just like, how you lose the match, but then Shawn Michaels even shows him what happened in the match. So that's my number 5, Team Austin versus Team Bischoff from 2003.
So my number 4 is going to be from 2001, the Steel Cage Tag Team Championship match. The 2 greatest tag teams of all time, the Hardys and the Dudleys.
That made my honorable mention.
Well put.
Don't even have.
I think
don't
just
have
the child in me.
But it made my honorable mention. That's actually one of the better, like a forgotten match too. It's really good.
Fire.
It is really good. So my number 4, I talked about like this a lot better than you, and that is Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar from 18. Daniel Bryan got his ass beat for 10 minutes straight in this match, and it was amazing. The way the match started, he started playing the whole cat and mouse game with Brock, trying to run from Brock and take him down. And then when he does finally get offense in, because also this is Bryan when he just turned heel. He had just turned heel on SmackDown, so we didn't know what to expect. So he's playing cat and mouse with Brock, gets his ass beat for 10 minutes straight. Brock just destroys him even when he does get a hands on him. And Bryan actually gets a lot of offense in after that first 10 minutes and almost even stole this match from Brock Lesnar. A match that I remember we watched this live, didn't pay much attention to it, but a match that I highly recommend everybody watching. And that's my number 4, Brock and Bryan from Survivor Series 2018.
My third, it wouldn't be me if I wasn't messing with my list still at the last very second. You know what? My third, I'm going to move my honorable mention back to the Montreal Screwjob as my number 3.
What a comeback. What a comeback. All right.
So I'll also add the Alliance versus the WWF honorable mention. I'll put that there. Just
honorable mention?
I'll put it as honorable. I'm switching. Never mind. That's my number 3. I'm switching. I'm bipolar.
All right. So I'm glad you know what? I'm actually going to move something over myself. So, but my number 3 is going to be my number 3. My computer will not let me bring this thing up. I'm trying to find it. It won't let me bring it up. It's not going to let me be great. All right. So my number 3 is going to be Austin and Brett from Survivor Series 96. The precursor to what was one of the greatest wrestling matches ever at WrestleMania 13 in 97. It was for the number 1 contendership for the WWE Championship. Phenomenal match. Brett went in with a roll-up from the $1 million, because Austin would let go of the $1 million dream. Also, this was heel Austin at the time. And it's a whole different dynamic from what we learned that rivalry actually be with Austin being the babyface. So it's good to actually see that. So my number 3 is going to be Brett and Austin from Survivor Series 96.
For the record, my number 2 could be number 1. Could be. If you're driving in the car right now and you're listening with your children, mute it for the next 30 seconds. Aaron, you fucked your list up.
Did I?
You had my number 2 was way too high on your list. The Bloodline War Games from 2022 is the definition of cinema. It's the greatest War Games match of all time. I don't care what Orin Tully and Flair ever did in it. I don't care about Kurt Hennig ditching the Horsemen, joining NWO, Adam Cole and anything he ever did in NXT. This was the greatest War Games, the match beyond blood and guts ever. I don't know. The girls in AEW might have outdid it, but Survivor Series wise, top 2 matches of all time. Very rewatchable. In the moment that I popped, I rewatched it the next day. I watched it 6 months later. I watched it within the past year. It's awesome.
All right. Well, like I said,
even though never mind, I ain't gonna be rude. Never mind.
Like I said, the hug is everything. You know, the storytelling was great, but it didn't connect
the low below
her around the world. But this match right here, this was money right here. Number 2, winner take all. Survivor Series 2001. Well, how old was I? A 10-year-old A'Lo at the edge of his seat, not knowing if the WWF was going to win this match. It's looking back at it, it's crazy to me. But
I was eating Papa John's for my first time.
The feels for this match were incredible. The interferences, not knowing what was going to happen. Rock finally beating Austin because Austin had got the best of The Rock throughout the year. Just a phenomenal match, and gets me in the feels every time. Still watching it to this day, even though if you look at this graphic, it's fucking Austin and Kurt representing the WCW and ECW, which is crazy. But definitely a match I still
WCW
hold in
original,
high regard.
Kurt Angle and ECW original.
Definitely a match I hold in high regard. The winner take all Survivor Series 2001 match. So I think I could just do. It don't even fucking matter. I'll
switch the graphic, right?
Just switch it. It's not even close.
Series match of all time.
No, the greatest Survivor Series of all time. Period.
The greatest Elimination Chamber match of all time.
Period. Triple H almost dies a bunch of times. RVD almost dies a few times.
I also love that we have the classic tag championship in the graphic. And I believe Jericho, during his entrance, debuts the new belt.
I'm almost positive that was a debut. I am almost positive that was.
Who was the co-partner at the time?
Christian. Yeah, definitely the best one. And it is to this day.
Look, my notes for the list were a little rough. I watched the promo on TV for this earlier. I look at Kelly. I was like, they don't make these hype videos just like they used to. She's like, well, they don't got music like this anymore. I was like, yeah.
This song,
you know about Saliva?
This song is I still blast because it's on my gym playlist.
I knew it was on your gym playlist.
Yeah. This song, like the whole video, but not even just for this match. Like they had a video package for the entire pay-per-view for each match. Well, it was a video package with all the matches in it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fantastic. Actually, like when if you watch the show and they perform at the World, that's when it plays, and it's fantastic.
They play it in the opening package show.
Yeah, it's amazing. If you have not watched this match, if you have watched this match, watch it again.
Honorable mention: the opener from this fucking match.
That's on my list. My honorable mention. So my honorable mention is that Jeff Hardy and the Dudleys, Bubba and Spike against 3 Men of War and Rico. Trish and Victoria in the hardcore match, and the Hardys and Dudleys in the cage.
And as a kid, I feel like they did this all the time in triple threats and in fatal four ways. Also, from the same mother effing show, the 3-way tag team SmackDown Tag Team Championships elimination match.
That was good. That was good too. But
shout out again to Los Guerreros. Chavo, welcome back. Send me some of your beer.
But that match, a month prior between Eddie, it was Angle and Benoit against Edge and Ray at No Mercy. That's still the greatest straight up tag team match of all time. Straight up, is that and the Bucks against Kenny and Hangman. Straight up, no gimmicks, just straight up tag team wrestling.
Real name, no gimmicks.
Just straight up, no ladders, no tables, no chairs, no nothing. Just straight up, pinfall. Fantastic matches. All right, so that's out. You got any more honorable mention, or are you good?
No, I'm honorable mentioned out.
All right, so that's the top 10 matches in Survivor Series history. You got anything else for me, bud?
So I believe we tapped on it a little bit at our last episode, but since we brought up speculation, rumors, and the diarrhea we read on the internet with other topics tonight, any more on your thoughts on Chris Jericho returning home in the near future?